What's up, guys? Ron Harris here. We are one day out, less than 24 hours out from the Pittsburgh Pro. Thought we'd look at some of the most recent updates from people. I'm going to leave this up on the screen the whole time. This is the live stream info. There are two different live streams. There's one for tomorrow, package with all the men's competitors. Judging starts at 9. I don't know what time the finals are because I'm going to be busy with my son anyway. But all the info for the show, you can find it right there at pittspowerfit.com, as well as the live stream info. So the men's live stream is tomorrow. That's $29.99. Sunday is going to be the women's event, and the women's live stream, I do know that's $24.99. It's a little cheaper. I know a lot of people are very, very butthurt that the live stream is not free because Fuad had a free live stream for the Detroit Pro. Arnold Classic for the past 2 years has also featured a free live stream, which is awesome. You know, we love free. I love free, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to dig down and pay up, I guess. Anyway, let's go to some updates, guys. And in the comments, you guys can certainly give me some other people to check out. I'm going to start here with Martin. So Martin posted this today, I believe. Let's go to his video. It says posing practice. It's not like the greatest posing practice. Oh, I have it up twice. That's why. Okay. So here we go. All right. So let's take a look. All right. So there's Boss in the hotel room. They're in Pittsburgh. I wish I could tell you there is, full body stuff, but this is about all we're going to get out of Martin. Hasn't put any tan on yet. You can see still got all the stretch marks and and so forth, the skin blemishes. You won't see that once it's yeah, I'm trying to gauge condition here. I mean, the face that we saw yesterday, and I'll go to that picture again. His face, I'm not loving that. To me, that doesn't look like somebody who's competing competing tomorrow, because I think this was taken today. I would just expect to see a little more definition, a little more hardness and tightness back there. I don't know what Boss is saying or Boss is thinking there. I know this is not the greatest vantage point. We're not really seeing a whole lot. He turns around. Oh, now I got to watch the damn ad. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when I go on YouTube. Get through that. Skip. Okay. It's so much for me. I've been through so much for this prep. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming he's going to look a lot better with the tan on and everything, but that condition doesn't scream like freaky shredded to me. I know he's going to look a lot better on stage. I'm not really doubting that he's going to bring it. Just if I saw this and this is all I had to go by, I'd be worried if I was a Martin fan. You know, I guess I really shouldn't be worried, right? So let's see if in the gym he looks any. Jim gives us any more indication. Yeah, I mean, you can see he's got this is 3 and 4 days out. So this was taken on Wednesday and Thursday, Tuesday and Wednesday. It's recent. It's just a couple days ago. This was at 3 and 4 days out, posing, practice, and grocery run. So he's carving up now. Yeah, you can see striations. You can see that face. He looks exhausted. The face looks sucked up. Eyes are like hollow in their sockets. I think Boss is pointing out the cross striations in his triceps in case we missed them. But that's cool. Not everyone has cross striations in the triceps. Remember Rolly Winkler had some awesome ones. Phil Heath had some awesome. Mr. Olympia Samir Benoot actually had some amazing cross striations in his triceps. So I guess that's all we're going to see. Some pull downs. Yeah, he looks like his tank is empty. He is tired, which, you know, if you prep properly, you should be. You shouldn't be feeling fantastic at 3 and 4 days out from a big show. Doing some pull downs. You can see by those stretch marks, he grew quickly. Either that or it's just, someone's going to correct me, but typically when you see those stretch marks that are that pronounced, like tiger stripes, that's somebody who put on the size very, very quickly. Okay. So here we go. Here's the myth pose. Oh, that was just, we got one pose. Some better lighting there. I think this is that Exercise Warehouse, that old gym. That's the one I went to when the day before Masters Nationals in 2013. I went there with Jose Raymond, Guy Sister Nino, and Matt Puglia. Matt and I were both competing. It's got all the old Nautilus stuff. I mean, I think upstairs they have the bicep tricep combo machine. They're like connected. It was the very first Nautilus machine. It's like 8 feet long. It's huge. It's ridiculous. This is the old Nautilus pullover, the cam and the chain. So yeah, I mean, Martin looks pretty good. Can Martin win? I don't know. I mean, to say he can't win, I would never say that. You know, for someone who's been fourth place at the Olympia, he's got to get past Derek. He's got to get past Nick. To date, he has never beaten either of those people, but everyone's unbeatable till they get beat, right? So I'm going to give Martin the benefit of the doubt. I know he's a hard working guy. Got a good fan base for a reason. He's got an excellent physique. He's fourth place in the world right now, fourth place at the Olympia. He's already qualified for the 2025 Olympia. Doesn't need to worry about qualifying here at Pittsburgh. Nick Walker does. Nick needs to qualify. And if Nick doesn't do it here, he's rolling right into New York Pro. Krizo's already doing New York Pro. Regan's doing New York Pro. I heard he's confirmed. So, yeah, Martin looks really, really good. Huh. Yeah. All right, let's move up to someone else. Let's see in the comments. Who do you guys want to look at? Because welcome. What's up? What's up, D-Bill? 12. Fuad after you saw Martin exclusive lace update said Martin can beat Derek. I mean, I would never say he can't beat Derek. The odds are stacked against him, but you know, the odds are stacked against Nick Walker beating Derek as well. Derek has never been beaten by these guys. And if Derek shows up looking like the Arnold, he beat Samson Dowdy. He beat the reigning Mr. Olympia 8 weeks ago, guys, at the Arnold Classic. So he's going to be very, very tough. And the photos and videos we've been seeing of Derek, he looks like he's ready to go. He's ready to rock some shit. Why don't they get a base tan? So many benefits. Yeah, like that's a good point. Some people don't, either they don't want to or they can't. Like I remember talking to Dennis Wolf about that. Because I used to talk to Dennis every month for MD. He had a column, Hungry Like the Wolf. What was it called? The Wolf's Den? I don't know. Whatever it was called, we wrote it. I called him up every month and we would talk for 30, 45 minutes and go over stuff, questions and answers. And he couldn't, see, freaking YouTube, man. He couldn't get a tan. He was unable to actually get a tan. He had never had a tan in his life, Dennis Wolf. He would just burn every time he went out in the sun, even for a few minutes. He used to say he was like a half a chromosome away from being an albino, so he couldn't get a base tan. I know Dorian used to not get a base tan either, and his color on stage was just fine. I don't think it really makes a difference these days. The tanning products are so good, the spray tan that these guys get, I don't think you really need a base tan. It looks good. You know, you're not pasty white, so, but, you know, it doesn't matter what you look like even a day before the show. All that really matters is, you know, are you tan on stage? Did you get your stage color right? Your mom's flip-flop conditioning could be better. It's hard to say. You know, I don't want to say he looks off or he looks behind, because I could say that now and look like a total moron when he looks shredded to the bone tomorrow. But, you know, if we were seeing him in posing trunks under some good lighting, like in a posing room, Martin looks tired. He does. But you know what, everyone, when I interviewed Krizo a few nights ago, he was so exhausted. He was like, he could barely get the questions out. I mean, if you prep properly, you know, if you've been down on the calories and the carbs, you've been doing a ton of cardio, you're going to be exhausted. You know, those of you who competed and gotten super, super lean, you know that those last couple of weeks they're like murder. It's awful. You have trouble sleeping, so you're not even rested. You're tired, but you can't sleep. You keep waking up at night and you can't fall asleep, especially if you're on, you know, I remember Clen and T3 and stuff like that. I think those really mess up your sleep. Trenbolone, which a lot of guys use for prep, messes up your sleep. I mentioned the video, it was Tuesday. Okay, so this is Tuesday. You know, condition doesn't drastically change in 3-4 days. Can't wait for the show tomorrow, man. It's a super good lineup. D-Bill, I think Martin needs to grow slow because he won't stop growing if he wants to stop growing. Yeah, I think he's still got some growing to do. I don't think he's done. I don't think he's maxed out yet. Fawad dropped Ivan bodybuilding from Hostile because of critical of Martin's look. Well, it's too bad. There's no freedom of speech. I guess he wants everyone to, you know, be supportive of the Hostile athletes. I get that. You know, if I was getting Hostile money, and I'm not, but if I was, maybe I would be extra nice in my criticisms of the hostile guys. No, I wouldn't. I got to call it like I see it. And so does Ivan. I've never met Ivan, but I'm a fan of his. I like his style of videos. Sean Joseph Chavarella. Is Cruz the new social media Mr. Olympia? Well, I think we'll go to him. I think we're done. I think we've guys seen enough of Martin. We're not really seeing much different here. We'll keep looking. We'll let him run until the end of his video. He's almost done. I want to go to Krizo next though, because he's looking like he might. I know structurally he's not the greatest. What's he doing now? But yeah, let's go to Krizo. Krizo, I have my predictions as 5th. Not really going to change that, I don't think. But let's look at Krizo. Krizo is looking pretty freaky right now. Condition, because I'm a big conditioning fan. I love to see all that detail. Make sure we're showing it. Yes. Okay. So this is the muscle Discord. All right. So this is what he posted today. I think it was this morning. And Matt reposted. Look at that. I mean, the skin is like tissue paper. It's so thin. It's clear separations between the biceps, triceps. You see the brachialis. So many splits and striations in the pecs. You could see the serratus there in this shot. Yeah, the waist is a little thick and blocky. I before somebody brings that up, he doesn't have the daintiest waist. He does have massive shoulders and upper back, which is about all you can do to offset that. He's a huge guy, Krizo. And then there was also this. This was Tyler Mannion. And Jim Mannion, the Godfather, his grandfather, posing for the Mannions here at their place, the NPC gym. And yeah, I mean, this guy from the front, he's amazing. Now from the back, he's not awful. I wonder if they'll show any back shots. From the back, you could see he needs more glutes. And the side shots, you can tell he needs a little more hams. I guess that's all that they're going to show. Yeah, Krizo. I don't think he himself has posted anything recent. No, he hasn't. So that was, I don't even know where Matt got that. But Krizo, look at all these stories. Jeez. He did a Q&A on his Instagram, but it's in Slovak, which, unless you speak Slovak, you were shit out of luck, I guess. He looks tired. Look at that face. That is a death face. Look at the cheeks. All the fat has been sucked out of his face. Good morning. I don't know if he meant to say gut morning or good morning, like the Germans. Guten Tag, guten Abend. Yeah, no more updates from him. He's just doing Q&As. Let's go to Derek. Derek's video, nothing groundbreaking. He's covered up. He's all covered up. Trying to see if there's any point in the video where he's not covered up. No, he's covered up. He's covered up the whole time. But I'll let it play for a minute anyway while we talk. What the heck? Why not? Oh, there's Zach, my boy Zach, one of the greatest natural bodybuilders. Stop screen. Good present. Screen. All right, so this is what Derek posted at 3 days out. So this was shot on Wednesday, I'm assuming. He's got the hoodie on. He never takes the hoodie off. We see him training with Matt Grego and Ramondino. And I think, do they all have the same trainer, that Fabrizio guy? I think Fabrizio's in Brazil, so obviously he can't. And there he is getting a haircut. Yeah. I'll try to find the latest update he posted. Giles and I already showed it yesterday. Because it's nothing too recent. I think it was yesterday? No. 2 or 3 days ago, he posted his most recent updates. Yeah, so let's go to that. Stop screen. Stop sharing. I'll get your comments in a second, guys. One sec. All right. So there's Derek. This was posted yesterday. Yeah, I think it had just been posted shortly before Giles and I went live. We didn't go live. Before we recorded Power Hour. So, I mean, I expect him to look pretty much the way he looked at the Arnold. But to answer your question about Krizo, is he the new social media Mr. Olympia? In a way, because, in the old days, we had Dennis James, who used to post these pictures leading up to Olympia in his kitchen with a tank top, with a string tank top on and shorts. And dude, he looked unbeatable. He had, especially when Dennis James used to hit that crab most muscular. To this day, that he had one of the freakiest crab most musculars, just so massive, so thick. But on stage, not to say he did badly. I mean, he was top 5 a couple times. He was 3rd place, Dennis James, once at the Olympia. But from the pictures, you would have assumed he was just going to blow the Olympia away. Your mom's flip-flop. My opinion, Samson is still unbeatable. If that's the big word there, your mom's flip-flop. If he comes in super shredded, we know we'll beat him. If he diets hard. I've said that many times. I've been critical of Samson's condition only because I want to see that detail that we see on Krizo. Can you imagine Samson with Samson's total package that he has, which was good enough to become Mr. Olympia? Structure, size, shape, just it's an incredible physique. I just wish he had that extra level of conditioning detail like we see in Krizo. Krizo doesn't have that same quality of physique. There are weak points. Samson doesn't really have any weak points anymore. There's not one weak body part you can even point at. So I just wish, I would love to see, if not this year, of course I want to see it this year, but Samson Dauda, I would love to see that physique with the type of detail. And I don't know if it's possible because we don't all have the same skin. Some people have thinner skin and thicker skin. Others have thicker skin, I should say. And I suspect that some guys like Akim Williams and Samson Dauda have thicker skin than someone like a Krizo. Krizo's skin it's like cellophane. It's like saran wrap. Fuad dropped Ivan. That's what somebody just said. When it starts chat. Oh, we're chatting now, guy. We're chatting now. Triple, yep. So peak week. Yeah, his video. Yeah, nothing great on his video. So all we have to go by from Derek are these pictures that he posted very early yesterday. Same Derek. I mean, he doesn't look any better or any worse. Again, like I would love to see just more sharpness here in detail. He's still got a great physique. It was good enough to become 212 Olympia champion and Mr. Olympia and Arnold Classic champion. He's probably going to win this Pittsburgh. But again, just like with Samson, there's certain things I would like to see that would just make him even better. I would like to see, just like these guys are always chasing perfection, I'm always looking for perfection. And if he had that type of detail here, I mean, all this looks really soft. That's just his physique. And I know he's very lean. You can see from his face. You can see from other parts of the physique. He's very, very lean. He's in contest condition. He just doesn't have as much detail in those areas like I would like to see. What are you going to do? What else? Fuad, Ian Valier, all Fuad Abiyad podcast said predict Martin in 2nd or 1st place after they saw exclusive updates to him. Yeah. Did they show the updates? Probably not. They're exclusive. Former IPB judge. When Derek is on, Samson can't beat him. Samson's great at the Arnold's more mass. Yeah, well, let's see. You're right. Because, I mean, let's see. 2023 Mr. Olympia, which Derek won. Hadi was 2nd. Samson was 3rd. 2024 Olympia, Derek was a little bit off, and Samson got past him and Hadi. Yeah, I mean, they're all. I still think the top 3 at this Olympia is in no particular order. It's going to be the same. It's going to be Derek, Hadi, Samson, or Samson, Hadi, Derek. Right? It's going to be one combination of those 3 guys. Those are the 3 best bodybuilders we have right now. They're all Mr. Olympia champions, and they're all capable of winning the Mr. Olympia again this year. And it's going to be a hell of a show. Samson, I saw Krizo, white as a sheet. Yes. He always sweats and tan runs off him and makes a mess. I mean, I hope he gets that sorted out. Absolutely. See the videos? Yeah, we just showed the video. Is it on his did he post the full video on his channel? Because all I saw on Instagram was like a little 3-second clip. All right, so let me look at the I'm going to go to his video and see if we can see what we got there. Stop screen. Let's go to Krizo's latest video. And present, share screen. Probably shouldn't be saying that out loud every time like I do. Just a bad habit. So here he is with the Manions, the Godfather himself, Jim Manion. I think Jim's 80 now, 80 years old. He's still going strong. Tyler, I must break you. That was my Drago. Does he pose in this video? Does he? No. No, I think that all we really got to see was that little bit. That little bit that was on Instagram, which was, he hits like one front shot. Krizo. Yeah, I mean, Krizo he's an underdog, man. No one expects him to do any better than fifth here. Fifth place would still be awesome. Don't get me wrong. But if he could do better than fifth, better than expected, dude, his stock will rise. What's the haps? Is that a Gen Z way of saying what's up? I don't know. He looked crazy, ripped around. Yeah, I mean, Krizo's got a fantastic physique. Again, I think even the back has gotten better. He still needs glutes. He still needs more hams. Nobody's perfect. They all have something you can pick apart. Something. Either it's a body part or it's like a lack of separation in body parts. It's something. Everyone's got something you can pick on. Is there going to be any athletes meeting this as like a mini Olympia? Well, there'll be an athlete meeting, but there won't be. I think you're talking about a press conference, Muscle Machine. I don't believe there's going to be anything like a press conference. I didn't see it. Honestly, I didn't look into the whole schedule for the weekend. Is this it? Pittsburgh Pro? Yeah, so if you go there to that website, that has all the information, including the schedule. I think their Instagram just put up, we'll look at that later. Classic is also gonna be pretty fun. Oh yeah, I definitely want to look at some classic guys because I'm really excited about some of those guys. His waist is out of control. So yeah, Krizo does not have a tiny waist. Absolutely not. He does not. It wasn't that long ago everyone said Samson was unbeatable at the Arnold and Derek won. Derek is unbeatable here too. Yeah, I mean, going into that last Arnold Classic, which was only 8 weeks ago, most people thought Samson had that all wrapped up. He's the reigning Mr. Olympia. He had just beaten Derek, Hadi, everybody, Martin. He'd beaten everybody. He was the top bodybuilder in the world. So he was the heavy, heavy favorite to win the Arnold Classic. But he was a little bit off. Wasn't as good as he was the Olympia. And Derek was better than he was the Olympia by far. In fact, I think he was better there than he was at the Olympia when he won it in 2023. So that was enough. Krizo's waist got worse. Uh-oh. Krizo still hasn't shown the back rear. Well, you can see his back here. I know it's not a posing shot. I got Bonac beating him, and don't be surprised, Muzal or Leandro beats him too. Yeah, we'll look at those guys. I would be surprised if Krizo gets beat by Muzal or Leandro. I would be. Just because I think Krizo's on a pretty high level. He's won some pro shows. He's been top 10 at the Olympia. I mean, he's pretty damn good. Martin doesn't look conditioned. Yeah, I mean, based on that video, I was not feeling confident about him. Krizo still hasn't shown the back rear. Oh, that's the same thing you just said. Quick note, in case you want to see a slight look at Urz's physique some other time. No, we're only talking about people that are competing at the Pittsburgh show. Let's stay on topic, guys. I'm not a fan of Derek. He's awesome. I just don't like him. You don't like him as a person, or you don't like his physique? I mean, you don't have to like anything you don't want to like. It's your prerogative. I'm just curious as to if you don't like him as a person, a human being, or if you're not a fan of the Derek Lunsford physique. Because his waist looks like a solid box. Jeez, you guys are rough. Because Derek comes off as a politician. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say you have to be. You don't have to be, but at that level, when you got major sponsorships and stuff, and you see yourself, he is still an Olympia champion. He's actually won 212 and open. He's an ambassador, so he has to be very careful with what he says and posts and stuff like that. I mean, why I don't like Derek? The dudes who don't like him will have one thing in common. What's that? They don't like Christianity? I don't know. Because Derek he's a devout Christian. He's not shy about talking about his faith in Jesus and thanking God and Jesus for his success and things like that. And that some people don't like that. It rubs some people the wrong way, whether they practice another religion or they don't believe in any religion at all. Some people get pretty upset about that. It bothers me about him. Samson also just improves each time he shows. Yeah, I'd love to see Samson. I would love to see Samson just shredded. Please stop making excuses for Samson. Oh, I mean, maybe he doesn't suffer enough. I don't know. I don't know why Samson has never been in like crazy condition. I'd love to see it though. Less gear, less protein, high carbon, 1 cardio weeks work of magic freeze. The skin looks healthy and muscle fibers looks fresh as it gets. Yeah. He said on the interview a couple of nights ago, Farah has him on less gear, less protein. Those are two things. You know, I've interviewed George probably 8 or 10 times, and I've spoken to him off the record. You know, we've had dinner together. Sometimes after show, it'd be me and a few of the guys like Hector or me. Anyway, I know he definitely cuts down the gear of most of the people he works with because he'll look at what they're doing and he's like, just try this, and they're like, what? No, I can't go from 3,000 to 2,000 or what. I'm just making up numbers. I'm pulling numbers out of my ass, guys, but they do it and they end up looking and feeling better, believe it or not. Krizo top 3, imagine that. That would be crazy. Derek has no biceps. He does have some biceps. They're not the best biceps. They're not like Krizo's biceps. They're not like who else in the show? Vito, had he been there, has got no, he's not one of the big arm guys. Nick Walker. Nick has got some crazy biceps. Just hope Krizo wins the money to get one of those glued ham sheets. They probably have one at his gym. I mean, I'm assuming he's over there in Slovakia. So possibly can get that ripped. Most of these guys get 300, get bone shreds. Samson's not going to wear it. Yeah. Milos has said that Samson doesn't go to where he needs to go, I guess. And he means you have to suffer. You have to go very low on the carbs, the calories, do a lot of cardio. And I'm guessing maybe Samson doesn't do that. He suffers to a point and then he won't suffer anymore. With a lot of guys, they see themselves looking flat and it screws with them. They make a decision, a conscious decision that I can't be flat. I got to stay full. And so they'll eat a little bit more or they'll do a little less cardio because they feel overtrained. They feel really flat and they never really hit that super shredded condition. Kaka Supermarket. What the heck? Nick and Krizo, absolutely. All eyes on Nick tomorrow. Same with overrated Martin. He's also going to get killed in the back double. Krizo and Nick are going to tower on him. Martin. Well, I mean, some people have Martin winning the show. Some people think he's going to get his ass handed to him. I mean, this is a great thing about this sport. It's subjective. You all are entitled to your opinions. You know, if you want to think someone way down the line that we're not even talking about, if you want to think that they're going to win, you know, that's your opinion. Yeah, I mean, based on what I saw, I'm concerned about Martin. I'm sure he doesn't care whether I'm worried or not. Martin could care less about what I think, but I'd be a little worried. Sam still was his best last year. Could have been more lean. Derek and Hadi were still worse. All of them coming at their best. Samson takes it regardless. I mean, if Samson looks the way he did at the Arnold 8 weeks ago, and Derek looks the way he did at the Arnold, I mean, he just beat him. And I don't think there's any question Hadi Chupana is going to look crazy at this Olympia. Derek at his best beats Samson. Well, Derek at his best, can he beat Samson at his best, like a best we've never seen? That's what I'd like to see. And I want to see everybody at their very best ever, because that's going to be an exciting Olympia. That's what's exciting. Not a Samson fan, I give credit where credit's due. Again, I don't think he'll repeat, just my opinion. Samson was a one and done. Well, we'll see. There have been a lot of one and done Mr. Olympias. Let's think. Dexter just won Mr. Olympia. Chris Dickerson won Olympia. Rami won 2. So far, Hadi's won 1, Derek's won 1, but they're still actively competing. They're both more than capable of winning again. But yeah, we've had some. Is there a live stream? Is it free or does it costs? So right there, Darren, there is the website where you can purchase the live stream. Pitt's Power Fit. It's $29.99 tomorrow for the men. And if you want to watch the women's pro category Sunday, that's $24.99. Don't cry to me about how we have to pay for it. I understand Fawad had a free live stream. That was an anomaly. Arnold had a free live stream. Most promoters are not going to have a free live stream. They're going to make you pay for it, because if you're a promoter, why would you just do it for the fans? Give up. I mean, think about that. Let's do the math. It's $30 for the live stream, okay? Let's say 10,000 people get the live stream tomorrow. That's conservative, right? Let's say 10,000 people around the world at $30 each. 30 plus 10,000 times 10,000. That's 4 more zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $300,000. They would have given away $300,000 they could have made if they did a free live stream. So yeah, To hell with the live stream. Be all over YouTube and social. We'll have the whole show free in clips. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is everyone knows if they just wait for the show to be over and you wait like 20 minutes, Nick, Strength and Power, and Ivan, and everyone's going to come out. I would have come out with one, but I'm going to be at my son's show tomorrow. But yeah, there's clips all over the place, and the people that report on the shows, they are allowed to use brief clips. Nobody can show the live stream as it's running. I've seen a couple of people try to do that. You can only do that if it's a free live stream, and even then, I think they could report you if they really wanted to. But if it's a pay-per-view, if it's a paid for live stream event, and you have a YouTube channel and you decide, well, I'll just buy it for $30 and I'm going to stream it and do my own commentary on it at the same time, and I'll make all my ad revenue from YouTube, they will shut you down. I mean, I remember vividly at the Olympia, they have like a couple guys that their whole job was to just monitor the different YouTube channels. If anybody was, they could like do search keywords and all that. And people who were streaming the Olympia live stream, they reported them to YouTube, and those channels got shut down. I'm not losing my channel. Brazilian Arabic channels probably stream, but suppose they're going to be strict about shutting down illegal streams. Well, those are illegal. Yeah, I've noticed channels from places like the Middle East and Brazil, they don't seem to give a fuck. They'll just put anything up. They don't care about trademark or copyright, but you know what? They can still get they're on YouTube. YouTube laws apply to everybody. It doesn't matter what country you're in. YouTube is international. It's worldwide. Can't afford $30. I suck retired. Don't watch free clips. Yeah, I mean, if you just want to see, oh geez, get out of that. Showing that the whole time. Let's not go to some other stuff. I want to show some condition. Ruffin. So Terrence Ruffin, I want to look at real quick because he's got some updates. He put some posing updates on. So let me present that. Rough Diesel. He's my pick to win, but there are a couple guys who I think are going to give him a real run for the money, and it's not going to be an easy win for him. So here's the back posing that Terrence put up yesterday. I think it was last night, just 20 hours ago. See, he's dialed in. He looks a little flat to me here, so I assume he's going to be carving up more today. Yeah, so his coach is Hyacinth Nasser. He's a top coach. Definitely got the body fat off. He's bigger. Upper body's bigger than it ever was. I mean, he's up about 7 or 8 pounds, I think, from the last time we saw him. On a guy who's 5'5" or whatever he is, that's significant. Here's the front shots of Rough Diesel. I think another thing that kind of makes him look not as lean as he is his skin tone. He's got that light sort of the ashy skin tone. If he were a different skin tone, I think he would look leaner. Because right here, I'm not like super impressed with the condition. But I've seen Terrence over the years. I've never seen him out of shape. I suspect he was just flat here, and things are going to look very, very different on stage tomorrow. Yeah. Let's see what else he's got. Let me see if he's got any photos. Because this Josema, the kid who's only 23. Wait till you see the friggin' shape. All right, so these are the last. This was 3 days ago. Yeah, this is different lighting. He looks better in this light, right? He definitely looks better in this lighting. I like that. I like the edit there. That's funny. Yeah, the hotel stuff that he just showed, that was like sunlight or something pouring in directly facing him from the window, I think. So that's like a flash photography type of lighting situation. Nobody looks super shredded. Here he looks a lot better, right? That's just different lighting. So it's the same physique, different lighting. Yeah. So Ruffin's still my favorite to win this. I don't see anybody beating him. But that being said, a couple of the guys I want to look at in Classic, and I know I'm missing some open guys. We'll get to some more, I'm sure. All right, so this is 23-year-old Jose Manuel Munoz. They call him Josema Beast. Dude, come on. That is conditioning. Jose is 23 years old. He turned 23 about a week after the 2024 Olympia, where he got 6th place in his first Olympia. So same age as Sam Solik. Actually, Sam was 23 when he turned pro. So Jose was top 6 in the Olympia and had, I think, 2 or 3 pro wins in Classic. I only say that because people talk about Sam like no one's ever done anything so significant at that age. And believe me, it's still very, very impressive. But this kid, I guess he's from Spain. He's not as popular as Sam. I mean, who is, right? But give this kid some credit. That condition is insane, insane. He's got one more back shot, I think, at the end. So he'll be going up against Ruffin. Look at that. Look at that. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Look at every little fiber. Every little fiber in the back. And the glutes. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Krizo might surprise everyone. I agree. I think if anyone has a potential, will he beat Fitzroy? If Martin is off. If Martin is on, if he's looking the way he usually does, Krizo's not beating him tomorrow. And I'm a lot friendly with Krizo now than I am Martin. I haven't talked to Martin, and I tried to get an interview with him, and he sort of ghosted me. Krizo gave me an interview, and he doesn't even speak English. But yeah, salty run, salty run. But I don't care. I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm only talking about physiques. If Martin is on, if he's looking shredded and full and everything like he's supposed to tomorrow, the guy's 4th place in the world. He will beat Krizo. But if he's off, or if Bonac is off, Krizo can get past these guys. Big Ronnie, that's Ronnie Coleman. I'm medium Ronnie, but how good is your fellow host Giles looking after his heart attack? He's looking great. He's looking great. He's training hard again. He's put his size back on. He's doing great. Thank you for asking. I will not pay the Manions a dime to sort their shit out. I don't care. It's all man. Is it Jim's birthday? I think he already had his birthday a few weeks ago. But yeah, I understand. Because that stream for Detroit was free, everyone expects all the streams now to be free. And yeah, believe me, I'd love that, because I think that would actually give me more leeway to do watch parties where we could watch them together, because I'm not taking any money away from them. You'd still see all their sponsor logos on my screen and everything. So I don't think they'd have a problem with that. But when it's a pay-per-view situation, as most of them are, only the Arnold and the Detroit shows have been free. Yeah, you can't do that. But like someone else pointed out, because you have all these outlets like myself, like Nick Strength and Power, Ivan Bodybuilding, all these channels that do the coverage, you'll see clips shortly after the judging's over. There'll be videos blasting out with clips of the first call out, second call out. Finals are over. 10, 20 minutes later, you'll start to see. Well, on Instagram, you'll see clips like immediately within like 2 minutes. In YouTube, it's just going to take a few more minutes because people still have to make up thumbnails and download clips and things like that. Krizo doing a heck of a lot better than 5th. Believe me, I think he's a very cool guy. I would be very, very pleased for him. I'd be very happy for him if he could do anything better than 5th. I mean, 5th would still be amazing in a lineup that's got Derek Lunsford, Mr. Olympia, 212 and open, Arnold Classic champ, Nick Walker, Arnold Classic champ, 2-time New York Pro champ, Martin Fitzwater. Martin's won a couple pro shows now. Martin has been 4th at the Olympia. Bonac, 2-time Arnold Classic champion. Bonac's been 2nd at the Olympia. He's been 3rd at the Olympia. So if he beats, even if he's behind all those guys, it's still nothing to be ashamed of. But if he beats any of those guys, dude, how great would that be? In Arch Muscle wrap-up, Krizo's small head size brought up his advantage, big a little bigger. Yeah, absolutely. If you have a smaller head, of course it's going to make you look body. You know who also had a smaller head back in the 90s? Paul Dillette. And he was one of the freakiest guys anyway. Paul Dillette was about 6'1", I guess, on stage. Anywhere from 260 to 270 was his usual weight. 260 to 275. I think he was 280 one time. But the point is, he had a smaller head. For a guy his height and as massive as his body was, his head was pretty small, which just made him look even freakier. Not a fan at all of Muzal's physique at all. Super wide waist, not just a look thing. Well, let's look at him because, yeah, we've all been focusing on only the top few guys. But let me show you one more classic guy before we go back to the open, because I think he's going to make a big. This is his debut, I believe, as a classic. Talk about Kike de Oliveira. So Kike, I think he's in Florida now. I think he was in Boston for the first couple of years of his pro career when he was men's physique. But he's done some growing, and he is now going to be a classic physique. I correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think this is his classic debut. I could be wrong. I don't follow all the guys as closely as maybe some of you do. But he's got fantastic shape. Just very, very impressive. I think he's going to be top 3. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised at all to get in the stores. Tabella Alpha. Okay, so yeah, there he is in his Airbnb kitchen, I guess. That probably is. Yeah. I mean, he's like Krizo. He's got that super thin skin, incredible muscle separation and detail. You know, and you do see more of that in classic in general than you do in open. Oh, where did I go? Pittsburgh Pro. I don't know if he's got anything else that's fairly recent. Yeah, I think he's going to make a splash. I think he's going to make an impact. Kike de Oliveira. Look at those delts. Crazy round stripe. Look at the chest striations. Yeah, this is the footage I was showing on Power Hour Giles. Fantastic, man. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. And remember, he was men's physique for a couple of years. I think he was top 5. Yeah, was he top 3 at the Olympia? I think he was top 3. He was a very, very good men's physique pro. And I think he's going to be one of the top classic physique guys. I don't think it's going to take him long. I think his rookie season in classic, which I think he's going to rise to the top of the food chain very quickly. He's very, very good, man. Look at that. That is crazy. Anything else? Yeah, well, you get the idea. He's got incredible muscle density, quality. I love to see all the striations, especially in the shoulders, because so many guys now have their shoulders full of oil, and there's just no detail. There's no lines. They're not stripy delts like Giles like to say. I like to see the stripy delts. It just, to me, I want to see detail and all. It's muscle quality. It's not just the muscle quantity. Look at Justin, man. I haven't seen. So, yeah, I've been focusing only on top names. You know, the guys who are probably going to be top 5. But let's take a look at a couple other guys. Justin Muzal from Germany, who I think we found out he's 26 years old. He's a young guy. So this was him back in Detroit, at the Detroit Pro. Crazy quads, really good muscle separation. Yeah. I don't think he's got a chance at top 5. I'm just being real. I don't like to bullshit and say this guy could be top 5. He's probably not going to be top 5, guys. He won't be top 5. But I don't think he's going to be too far behind. I think he'll be like one of those guys in the second call out who's probably he'll be like one of the best guys in the second call outs, which gives you 6, 7, 8, somewhere in that range, which is, you know, a show of this caliber. This is going to be, it's already establishing itself as a top show behind the Arnold, the Olympia, which those are going to be the top 2 shows. I don't see anything challenging the status of those 2 shows, the Arnold, the Olympia, but $100,000 for first prize here in Pittsburgh. Maybe I should go to something more recent, right? That was Detroit. That was a couple months ago. The pin stuff is always old. That was 3 days out right there. Obviously, that's some amazing lighting right there. He found the right spot in the gym, which, you know, when you're in shape, it's fun to find those lighting spots where you just look crazy. That's what I miss about prep and competing. It's just being that super ultra shredded. I can't suffer to get in that condition just for fun. I would have to be competing. So that was 4 days out. He's 5'9", 256 here at 4 days out. Justin. Looks pretty good, man. Looks pretty good. Yeah, that's the old gym. So I was at that place. That is an old school gym, exercise warehouse. They have stuff there they have equipment that's like 50, 60 years old, some of it. And they keep it in a great operating condition. Yeah, leave him up for a second. What do you guys got to say? Oh, talking about Derek. You don't like his physique, and something about him bugs me. I got Krizo sweeping Martin. He will battle out with Bonac, and Martin will be resting at 5th. No. I don't know if Martin's going to get if Martin's off, if anybody's off, they can fall down a few places from where you expect easily. We've seen it many times before. Nobody is unbeatable. Nothing is guaranteed. Derek Lunsford's not guaranteed to win this. If something happens and he comes in, with a big film of water, or he's super flat, you never know what's going to happen. These are human bodies we're talking about. And they can change a lot, even in one day. Derek always comes ready. Mr. O, he came in third. Yeah, he was super flat and tired looking at that show. Krizo Most Muscular Crab is going to smoke Martins. Yes, I agree. I think Krizo beats almost everybody in the Most Muscular, but it's only one shot. I don't think he's going to beat Nick. Nick Walker looks pretty freaky in the Most Muscular. Nick hasn't posted anything new, but the stuff that he posted was only like a week old, so it's not like he's going to change a whole lot. I think he just put up stuff that he was watching on TV. Nick. Best of luck. Yeah, that's his crab. Yeah, he hasn't posted anything new at all. Keeps going back to Zach. Zach's a natural bodybuilder at my gym that people like to shit on because he uses insulin. He's a type 1 diabetic, and that's a whole, I don't even want to get into it. Nick Walker. Boom. Let's leave Nick up while we talk for a bit. Yeah. Okay. Nick Walker biceps on Vito is probably the best open biceps arms. I don't think Vito. Krizo's arms. Krizo and Nick probably the two best sets of arms in the pro league right now. Krizo and Nick. Vito's arms they're good. They're not awesome. I know there was that one picture. Believe me, they're good. They're very good. But Nick's arms are just another level from everyone. When you put Nick's arms or Krizo's arms next to other people's, he makes their arms look small. We're talking about guys that have like 20, 21-inch arms. Krizo's arms are fantastic. Are you kidding me? Go for Nick Krizo packing base biceps, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that works, guy. Krizo has 25-inch biceps full. He told me 24 was the biggest they ever were. I got blasted in the comments. Someone said, what a stupid gym bro question asking. People want to know. I'm sure people are curious. How big are those freaking arms? He said they're 24 inches. I don't know if he meant maybe they're 25 off season. That's insane. But they're pretty damn crazy. He was actually live on. Yeah. I think he said 24, guys, because he said 50 centimeters. And my trusty tape measure, because I tape my son's waist. When he sucks it in, it's 25 3/4 inches. So a 50-inch arm, 50 centimeter arm. No, that's 20. So he must have said 60. Anyway, pretty sure he said it was 24, but I'll give him 25. What the hell? How would you train Krizo? I wouldn't. I think he's doing just great. I would have him do like glutes every other day, though, honestly, because I wouldn't have him do arms more than like once every 2 weeks. I'm not his trainer. I'm sure he's got a great trainer or coach. Farrah's his coach, but I don't know if he has a trainer as well. I would lay off his arms. I wouldn't do much for those at all. Quads are really good. I would work a lot more on the hamstrings and glutes if I were advising Krizo. Feels like Nick is going to blow people away regardless of how he places. I don't see him any worse than second. I mean, he's a freak. I know you could say his legs aren't great. Yeah, his legs aren't good. They don't match his upper body, but they're not bad, guys. Especially from the front, they're not very as impressive as you would like them to be. But from the side, Nick's legs from the side are insane. They're crazy. They look enormous. Sam's never really been his best. Hadi should have been. Well, Hadi was second. Oh, you mean he should be on win number 2 or 3? Yeah, I mean, again, it's subjective. It's subjective sport. Nick's still trying to become mean. Krizo not skipping any meal here. Krizo looks amazing. I do think he could shock people and be higher than 5th. He improved his back and posing. His back looks better. I don't know about the posing. He actually, I did ask him on our live the other night, 2 nights ago, because his posing to me was problematic. He needs to be a better poser. He's been working with a guy from Czech Republic named Lucas Osladil. If you guys remember, Lucas is a very good pro. He won some pro shows, and Lucas is a very good poser. So if he's been really working hard on his posing, that can only help. Classic. Anton Ratushny. All right, I'll check him out. What the heck? I've heard the name. Anton Ratushny. He's got 301,000 followers, so he must be good. Oh, okay. Yeah, he looks good, man. He's super young. He's 21 years old. Wow, 21 years old. That's crazy. And again, I like to see that thin skin, the really clear muscle separation. Like to see that. 21 years old. Wow. Imagine that. Imagine look like that at 21. Insane. Final leg day before pro debut. Yeah, great fresh muscle. I mean, no muscle tears, no loose skin. Not all shot up looking. It's just a really, really good look. That's just showing the legs. Look at that. Oh, he looks great. Okay, yeah, he could be a surprise too. Yeah, a lot of times there's people I'm just not familiar with, and they end up being very, very good, very surprising. And from that point, especially in classic is the division that seems to have the most new stars popping up every year. People that they were not on the radar, and now they're placing very high. They're winning shows. Yeah, this kid looks great. He looks great, Anton. Wants us to buy his merch. Okay. I ain't mad at you, kid. Get that merch. What's wrong? Matt, is that you're predicting the I think you're predicting the live stream buy? 2,500 people buy it. I mean, it's still at $30, $30 a pop. That's a nice chunk of change. I'd take it. Shit. None of these guys have the muscle quality of Krizo. It's just facts, details off chart. Yeah, I mean, that's one attribute that Krizo has that most of these guys do not have. Is it going to be enough to offset things like the blockier waist that he has and the hamstrings that are kind of lagging and the glutes that are definitely lagging? I don't know, man. I mean, it's a physique contest. But I would charge too. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Let's be very conservative. Let's say they could make $100,000 off both days of the web stream, right? And they're paying Gilko, I don't know. I'm just going to make up a number. Just make it up. Let's say they're paying Gilko $10,000. Maybe it's $20,000. Let's say it's 20. Let's say, okay, Gilko's getting $20,000 to put the live stream together for them, and they got to pay a hosting fee and all that. And if they're going to make 100, they're still clearing $80,000. I mean, why would you throw $80,000 away? I wouldn't. I want that money. Dude's not promoters. They own the FBB. You're telling me they can't do a free live. They could, but why would they? Of course they could, but what if I told you you're making too much money? I don't want you to make any more money. You'd say, screw you. I'm going to make all the money I can. Who are we to tell them they can't make as much money as they possibly can? You call it greed, but if it was you, would you really give it up? I mean, I wouldn't. I'd take that money if I could get it. Krizo makes his guys look out of shape. The crazy part is they aren't. Yeah, he's got that thin skin, the detail. Oh, good luck to your son. Thank you. Yeah. My son is competing tomorrow. That's why I'm not really going to be following along with the Pittsburgh the way I probably would be otherwise. Yeah. I realized I left this kid up on screen the whole time. But he's impressive, man. I'm impressed with this kid. Anton. 21 years old, making his pro debut. This will be his first pro show. Good for him, man. Good for him. The big if. He has no back. Krizo doesn't have no back. It could be better. Making it a pay-per-view isn't the issue. It's a pricing point. At the at least spend a lot of is it a lot of money? I mean, the cheapest stream I can recall was like $19.99, and it was a pretty bad stream from what I remember. I'm not going to say what show it was or what year, but I remember one was like $19.99. I've never seen one cheaper than that. So $29.99 for a show of this caliber, where you have a bunch of Olympians competing in various divisions, like Natalia Coelho is doing women's physique, Aaron Banks and Vitor Chavez doing men's physique. Bikini, all the divisions are loaded with like Olympia level competitors. So it's a very high quality show. Different packages bridge you get. Yeah, well, they do have different packages. There's a $29.99 tomorrow for the men, and there's $24.99 for the women on Sunday, which I assume the men's going to sell a lot more. You can take screenshots. Yeah, that's what you guys do. That's what Matt does. Matt's Muscle Discord. I go live with Matt and Phil Clayhar every Monday night on Muscle Discord. And when Matt covers shows, he takes screenshots for his watch parties, and that's legit because you're not stealing the video. infringing on their video copyright. So that is another way to do it. Krizo has striped shoulder like a damn tiger. I agree. Who's in classic? So Mark, I only talked about 4 people so far that were in classic. Terrence Ruffin, Rough Diesel, my favorite. Jose Manuel Munoz from Spain, the 23-year-old. He's very, very good. He's probably going to be pushing him for the win. Kike de Oliveira, former classic physique guy, originally from Brazil, now living in the U.S., lived in Boston for a few years. He's going to be up there. I think he's making his debut. And this kid looks really good too. I'm very impressed with him. Thank you for the video. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Nick, Krizo, Derek. Wow, you got Derek in 3rd, Catherine. Derek just got knocked down to 3rd place. Krizo's not beating Derek, guys. Unless Derek comes in way off. I'm a big Krizo fan. I like Michael a lot, believe me. When I say these things, it's nothing personal. I could think someone's a scumbag, and if they have the best physique, I'll put them in 1st place in a prediction, because if that's where I think they're going to place. Krizo posts a video at the man gym. Did it? Yeah, we saw that. We showed that much earlier. See if your fanboy, your boy Fuad dropped Ivan from Hostile after called Martin a pothead. Oh, well, Martin does like his weed. Well, pothead. I mean, a lot of guys use cannabis to relax. A lot of bodybuilders, they use it to help with their appetites. I'd rather see someone smoking weed than doing like pain pills or fentanyl or something like that. So Ruff will do some damage. He's coming Olympia if he competes. He'll compete. Are you kidding me? And I'll say it right here. Ruff is doing no worse than 2nd. Terrence Ruffin will be no lower than 2nd place at the Olympia. It'll be I believe it's going to be Mike Sommerfeld and Rough Diesel in the final call out this year at Classic Physique Olympia. He poses at the beginning. Yeah, we saw that. I want to know where Krizo puts his gear. Let's go back to Krizo, huh? Why not? Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if Krizo, what happened here? I showed that already. Yeah, everyone's got to put their gear somewhere, right? You got to inject somewhere in the body. And Krizo definitely, he can't be putting it in his shoulders. There'd be lumps, there'd be bumps. You wouldn't see all the detail that this guy has. You just wouldn't. That's not the best. That's not the best video. I'm gonna go to the video. It's already a couple days. It's already a few days old, but it's a great example of the stripiness of the delts. Look at that. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, you would see bruises. You might not see bruises, but you would see lumps. You would see a loss of definition from all the oil. He doesn't do it. He doesn't have that. Krizo's got a very clean look to him. He's not clean. I'm not saying he's natural, guys. That's not what I'm saying, but he's definitely not putting his gear in his arms or his shoulders like a lot of these guys seem to be doing. I think Ruffin is on point with stage time. Rough Diesel, need DPF change. It's not going to be rough. No, that's a great nickname, Rough Diesel. I like it. You suck and are retired. Talking about me? Yeah, I suck and I'm retired. That's me. Retired from what? I was only an amateur anyway. He showed the glutes. Oh, I skipped past it. So where was that? Where did he have that? Krizo posted a video of the man in June. Did a few posts for peak. You look crazy. No, I skipped past it. Is that what you're saying? Where was it? I'm trying to find it right now for you guys. It's been toward the end of the video, I'm guessing. Food shopping. I'm looking at the video now. I'm trying to find a point where he's posing. Was it a different video? This was just posted 8 hours ago. This is the most recent video. Is there another video? Did he do a more recent video? Let me see. Trying to find it, guys. I'm trying to find it. 6 days ago. Videos, latest. Yeah, that's the latest video. I do not see him posing on that video for the Manions. I did see it on that Instagram. Where was it? Where is it in the video? It's only a 16-minute video. He's training. I'd show it if I could, guys. Because, yeah, he doesn't show a lot of back shots, Krizo. He doesn't post a lot of back shots. All the posing stuff is from the front and the side. Yeah, I don't see any posing in that video, guys. I have to sort of skim through it. Otherwise, it's just too long. All right, sorry about that. I tried to find it, guys. I tried. Rough looks incredible. It's at the beginning? Okay. All right, well, I'll go to the very beginning. How's that? Okay, let's take a look. I'll just leave the whole video up and maybe at some point he'll pose, right? Share screen. Okay. All right, maybe if I keep talking, he'll pose, right? Sure, his glutes look a bit small. His glutes have definitely always been small compared to the rest of his body. Terrence is trying to win a class. Show me a better chance. No, Terrence is too small for 212. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if I can do full screen. All right, so here's the posing. Here's the posing from his video. Front, we know he's massive in the front. That was it. What the hell? That was all posing? That was it? He didn't even show his back. You guys teased me. Well, you can see the glutes there from the side. How they're not as developed. Interesting. Yeah, Terrence would need a lot more mass to do any damage as a 212 guy. He doesn't have that kind of mass. Top 5 picks. I mean, I've said several times I haven't changed my predictions in like the past 2 weeks. I have Derek, Nick, Martin, Bonac, Krizo. That's my top 5. It's been my top 5 for a couple weeks now. But you guys in the comments, if you're watching us on replay, let me know what you think. Muscle's back for being classic is insane. God of Frogs has Walker, Derek, Krizo, Fitzwater, Bonac. That would be a shakeup. I mean, if Nick wins this, that would set up the Olympia to be so exciting because Derek beating Sampson at this last Arnold Classic was very, very exciting. And it set us up for a hell of a rematch where Derek might get his title back this year. He might beat Sampson again. Who knows? Or Sampson could keep his title, or Hadi could come back and recapture his title. Either way, I mean, if Hadi gets his title back or Derek, that would be only the second time in 60 years that a Mr. Olympia has lost his title and gotten it back. Jay Cutler in 2009 so far is the only guy since the Mr. Olympia contest began in 1965 who has been beaten as Mr. Olympia at the Mr. Olympia contest and has come back and won the title back. Can't wait to be there. No sleep tonight. No, come on, get some rest. You need to rest. Hell yeah. Classic kid from Boston, Kaike. Oh, is he still in Boston? I'm glad to hear he's in Boston. He's from Brazil, obviously, but we have a lot of Brazilians in this area, a lot of Brazilians. His updates, I see him in Tampa a lot. I didn't know if he had moved to Tampa. He was in Boston. Maybe he still is. It's great. I like when people from Boston win. All dead. I'm down Bonac. Bonac hasn't posted anything recent. Oh, let's see. You know what? I think it's only fair to show some Bonac. What the heck? Give the guy some respect. I always forget about Bonac. And I don't know why. So stop screen. Go to William Bonac, because let's give this guy his props. He's just definitely worthy of some respect. He's been doing this a very long time. That's old. I think that's old. Yeah, that's old. It's not recent. This is the newest thing he's posted. It was from yesterday. Obviously, he's just doing curls. We see he's got some crazy peaked biceps. Yeah. Primetime muscle. They say he's still a force to be reckoned with. I agree. There's Linda. Wish they'd fly me out every week to Phoenix and put me on primetime muscle. I would wear a nice suit and everything. That was his win in Detroit a couple months ago. Looked awesome. This was last week. Yeah. I mean, Williams, he's tough. He's going to be in top 5 no matter what. You missed Krizo posing now. Oh, I didn't say his glutes weren't striated, Bridger. I just think they need to be more developed. I'm on his side. I'm not shitting on Krizo. I like Krizo. I like Michael a lot. But I always point out things that could make them even better. And if he had more glute development, more hamstring development, he'd be even better than he is now. He'd be beating some of the guys that are beating him right now. Put it that way. Nick Krizo. Wow, Krizo's second place. He's doing better all the time. This is amazing. Nick has a great show. Samson doesn't come in crazy condition because he becomes small and he isn't much of a threat. I don't think he would have to lose much. I mean, he was supposedly 305 or 306 when he won the Olympia. He's over 300 pounds on stage. I think he could drop down about 10 pounds from where he is and have stellar condition. And I think he'd look as big, if not bigger, because the detail would make him look that much more impressive. I would love to see that. Paul Dillette with the tiny head, gigantic share. His shoulders were enormous, Paul. Paul had some of the biggest shoulders I ever saw. Head reduction. Yeah, I mean, if you have a big bucket head, it's not conducive for bodybuilding. This guy could be Bumstead Regan with the looks. You talking about Regan now? This guy's gonna smoke everyone. I'm not sure what you're talking about. 15 guys in the open, maybe a few surprises. Muscle separation. I don't know who we were talking about when these comments were up. That's Dan Dillon, the mayor of bodybuilding. Nick Walker, Derek, Lop Singh. Lop Singh is very, very loyal to Nick Walker. Could be wrong. Nick will always be the unsung hero. We all like to root for the underdog. The Rocky Balboa in the first couple of Rocky movies. When someone's the champion, you can still root for them, but it's more exciting to root for someone who the odds are stacked against because they're not supposed to win. And you see them working hard in silence and this and that, and you want them to do well because they're not supposed to win. Put it that way. Krizo's arm trust the best in bodybuilding history. Nick can't compare. They're all great. Best ever. That's a whole. No, I can't go back and forth. Best arms ever? Gosh, there's a lot of people. I mean, Phil Heath, Mike Matarazzo had great arms. Jeez. Ronnie had great arms. You could go. There's a lot of bodybuilders over history who've had just fantastic arms. What the heck? Tabit, Prydos, Shroka. So there's a bold prediction of 3 guys I've never even heard of. Well, Prydel's is from Brazil, I think. I don't know who those other guys are. Let's hope these guys pick me transform stage and it's gonna be like a mini Olympia show. We don't for not picking easy show. Yeah, I agree. I mean, a lot of people would say if you're one of these guys we're not talking about, there were some who would question their decision to enter a contest of this magnitude, but you're going to be up in front of the whole world. There's going to be a lot of eyes on this show. Fans, the best top judges are all going to be there. Media coverage is going to be very heavy for this show. So it's a good chance to get yourself seen by the world and by all the top Olympia judges. And even if you don't place that well, just to say, I stood on stage with Derek Lunsford, Nick Walker, and William Bonac, and Martin Fitzwater. You know, that's something to be proud of, that you tried. Ladies' arms. Oh, dude. Sergio had like 21-inch arms back in like the late 60s. Can you imagine what he would look like now with all the gear and the everything we know about food and training now? Krizo's arm was bigger. Krizo smashed these guys in any arm shots. Youngblood looks tight. I think that was when the classic guy was up. Youngblood looks tight. Almost done. Terrence's legs look small for classic. Sommerfeld has way better legs. Absolutely. No question. But Ruffin's legs are proportionate to his body. I don't think they're small proportion-wise for his body. Martin's only doesn't have the size. Martin's a big kid. He's got a good amount of size. The only body with a clean look, super thin skin, super straight, quality look muscle. Yeah, unfortunately, structurally, he does have kind of a thick waist. I'm only pointing out these things because when you see him hit a crab or something in front, you're like, oh my God, this guy should be Mr. Olympia. But then if you can really compare him to the other guys and see he does have some areas that need to come up. His glutes and his hamstrings in particular, those need to grow and be more developed from what they are right now if he's going to move up and beat these guys. These guys are beating him right now, Bridger. The classical selection by on the weight cap like Mike. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into the whole argument that Mike Sommerfeld's not classic and Ruffin is, but to me, Ruffin is more of a classic look. He reminds me more of the old school bodybuilders that the division was created to sort of harken back to that look. Talking like Frank Zane, Bob Paris, Roy Liedlmeyer, Francis Benfato, Guys like that. And to me, Ruffin evokes those type of physiques a lot more than Sommerfeld does. YouTubing all day. Definitely give free live stream to the fans. Probably the only could be like Arnold doesn't. Yeah, I love free stuff, man. I love free stuff too. Don't get me wrong. Where that all stands have changed. Classic Bible is more appropriate. Derek winning, Martin second, Nick third, Krizo wildcard fourth place. He's got to get past this guy on screen now, Bonac, which is not going to be easy. Who's more classic Detroit, Grego or Vissers, in my opinion? I'd go Vissers. Some people feel the lines will blur with classic. It's insane. Logan Franklin is another perfect example of classic. Yeah, Logan Franklin, definitely a very classic physique. It reminds me of the old school bodybuilders with the tiny waist and everything, but more updated with a little bit more mass. World Bodybuilder can make classic weight. Yeah, we're arguing about classic. Wesley, definitely golden era classic. Yeah, it's vintage muscle. Isn't that his brand? Max. Yeah, he has weak points. Wesley's quads aren't great. His hamstrings and glutes, not good at all. They need to grow. They need to come up. The lumps on Hadi's shoulders when they said he was, Hadi got knocked down a few years ago in the placing at the Olympia because his shoulders were like square looking. Seems crazy. Simpson could bring that kind of condition with size to be able to it's in the Rami situation. Bags and Crease not showing back. When was the last time we saw Derek's ab? Goon lights. I did have Vito in top 5. I had him 6th, which is still not bad. So did the show. I showed you the whole video. I showed you all the posing that was in the video. It was only that one little bit. I'll show it again. What the heck? Hang on, guys. I'll show it to you. Green. I'm going to end this pretty soon. I've been yapping for a while, man. Okay. We'll leave that up while we take the last few comments. I think Nick could win, and if Derek comes on off, I personally think he will. I don't think Derek's going to be off. I don't think he will. Maybe he will, but I don't think so. Kaike is definitely from Boston. Still has the accent. Really? I didn't even know he spoke great English. I've never spoken to him. I know he's from here, but he's like from the North Shore. I know it's only like an hour north of where I am, but you got to go through Boston. You got to go through a lot of traffic to get there. I think the Arnolds could ever overtake the Olympia in importance and fame. No, I don't think so. Olympia is always going to be the top title that everybody wants. Bonac is going to take up that Dexter Jackson vibe. Yeah, I mean, Bonac is 42 years old. He's still doing it. He's still top 10 at the Olympia. He's still top 5 at the Arnold. He's still winning. He won a show last year in his comeback after taking a season off. So Bonac's no joke, man. All right, guys. Geez, I've been doing this for over an hour. It's getting late. So I'm going to leave that up on the screen for you. That is the info. If you want to get that pay-per-view tomorrow, it's $29.99. No, Jesus, it's not free. It's $29.99, and there's where you order it. Pitt's Power Fit. $29.99. Gilco Productions is doing it. They are amazing. They'll do a fantastic job, I'm sure. So get that if you want to, or if you want to wait for other people to do clips and stuff. I'm not going to be doing it. You're welcome, Jesus. I will be out all day with my son competing tomorrow at the NPC Natural, Massachusetts. So I will not be doing any coverage, but I'm sure many other channels will. So Krizo is a people's champ. Yeah, well, got a lot of. No, Derek, prejudging is not today. Everything's tomorrow. Go to that website. It's got the whole schedule. Pitt's Power Fit. Let me say it again. Pitt's Power Fit. Go to that website. Yeah, go check the website. All the times and everything are there. All the info. You can find it there. I'm not going to look it up for you. You can do that. So let me get out of the screen. All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up. Have an awesome weekend. Enjoy the show tomorrow. Sunday, I'll be on here to talk about it with some clips and all that, but I won't be on YouTube tomorrow. Busy with my son. He's kind of more important to me. So thank you guys, everyone who watched. Thanks for everyone who was in the chat. Especially appreciate you guys. And that's it. Talk to y'all later.